Hello everybody, Troublemaker here, and I'm going to play another Civilization Beyonder playthrough. So I'll be playing at the Gemini difficulty, which is 2 below the hardest. It's basically a medium. This is moderate, but the two of these are actually pretty medium difficulties. And there is a pretty big jump between Gemini and Soyuz, and there's a pretty big jump between Soyuz and Apollo. So we're going to play a nice little chill Gemini playthrough. I'm going to play actually the standard game length. Quick is 330 turns. Standard is slightly more. This is one of the weird things at the game. You have standard, which is 8 players, and massive, which is 8 players with more space. Like, it just doesn't work out. But I will be playing a standard map. So I've been thinking about this for a while. I want to play as the Slavic Federation. And this one's kind of cool because your orbital satellites will stay in the air 20% longer, but you also get a free tech as soon as you launch it, so that's pretty awesome. I will be going with +2 production, Slavic production, and I will be starting off with a free 100 gold, or 100 energy, which is awesome. And I have lots of options here, and this is also something that I have been thinking about quite a bit. I'm actually going to start off with a clinic in my building. And that's going to give me a decent amount of food to start with. And we'll just get a random world. I don't want to know what kind of world we have here. Every single world they give me is a different name, which is mostly meaningless to me. And they give it stats that are almost entirely meaningless because they don't give the details of the actual map. Okay, so interesting. This one is money and... I basically want to keep food. That one leads... They're both actually about even. And all things being even, Steven. I'm going to go further north in hopes of conquering that float stone sooner rather than later. Alright, let's get to this. Exciting. I have a few games under my belt by this point, so I'm far more knowledgeable in playing this than I was in my first playthrough. So I kind of know what mistakes not to make, what things to go for. And since I'm going for a orbital approach, I'm going to get an early chemistry. This will get me a laboratory, which will allow me to generate a lot more science very quickly. My goal is to get the solar collectors, which I'll be able to use to collect soil. No, that doesn't make sense. But I will also be doing something a little bit weird. I intend to get 1 point to purity, so the aliens will not attack tiles the explorers are on. And that'll just allow me to move around, snipe nests, do all sorts of stuff like that. And already I found 1 alien, so I have a place to deploy my soldier already. And I'm just going to move around trying to find as many of these pods as humanly possible. A quest. What quest did they give me? Found an outpost, of course. Requires pioneering, so that's one that I'll be holding off just a little bit. Just for now, my main goal is kind of just discover territory, find pods. Even building, whoa, that's not good. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me, please. He's close. So there is an expedition over here. That's interesting. So let's get our soldier out and about. We gotta get his veterancy numbers up. So now I'm gonna build myself an old earth relic. This will give me +1 culture, which will allow me to build cultural policies very, very quickly. Which, you know, if you've been following along, it's good. Alright, so I have a pod and I have a expedition. And we have aliens. Shoot. I really thought that would be free, but I guess not. Okay, I'm taking that pod. That'll be darn close to finishing that quest off. And there's another pod. Yes, I am using my soldier to scout. So I'm going to go with a Harmony build. Harmony. And they're going to give us some new objectives. So I got to build a Xeno Sanctuary in Kharborsk. I have to, what else? Gifts from home. Resource pods, of course. So I have a lot actually to do. Now, once I can get my +1 into purity, I can go beeline right down harmony. And like I said, the only reason why I get that +1 is so that I can move around with my scouts without having to worry too much about it. So our clinics are going to get +1 of this stat here, which we call health. Health is required for growth. It looks like there's actually a place for me to expedite right next to my territory. Tiangong, which is the Pan-Asian Cooperative. I'm not saying that they're racist. A minor defeat. That's not good. I'm going to wait one turn. Maybe he'll move from that position. Okay, now I'm going to get another explorer. So I have 2 explorer opener. One explorer is heading left, coming here. The other explorer is going to head over here. And I'm going to try to max out the number of pods that I get, the number of alien nests that I capture, and also try and swipe out as many expeditions as possible. The idea that building 2 is bad is stupid. Building 2 is great. It's the best idea you can come up with. Now, since I'm focusing so heavily on science, I should probably get this talent here. 10% science when healthy. But since I'm getting this talent, this means I shouldn't get this talent. This talent will make you grow faster, which reduces your healthiness over time. It does allow you to grow faster, but it means that your health will go down and you won't get that benefit any longer. Now it looks like we have an explorer over here, which means that he has opened a path for himself to trade with me. And oh my god, we have another one of these places. That's awesome. And with another trading path open for him, means he can trade with me. I'm going to get that 1 culture. And see what else we can get done. See, there's aliens everywhere. Once you get that +1, though, to purity, I don't even care about the aliens. And you can live happily and in harmony with the aliens. Just, you know, one less point to them. Jesus, okay. Kind of running out of space on this flank already. It'd be nice to get that purity a little bit earlier. And once you get this explorer built, I will be building a worker and then a library. That's kind of, not a library, the equivalent of a library. I can't remember what it's actually called. I will eventually learn what it's actually called. So now we're going to get each city tile generates 0.25 culture. Sounds good. That'll get me culture faster. And I have quite a bit of turns here to get this genetics build. So it is a rush towards a very long-term tech. And but it'll all work out. Once I get my +1 virtue, I can go grab everything. And then once you go down the harmony tree, worth noting, the first one is actually really weird. Alien aggression levels reduce faster. That's basically useless for what I'm doing here. But I need to start somewhere. That's my thought about that. In my previous playthrough, I was gunning down like a madman every single alien that I saw because it was useful for me at the time. It gave me veterancy, and on top of that, it also gave me science. But right now, it only gives me veterancy, which is good. Nothing wrong with a little bit of extra veterancy, but I could really use those guys doing things. So we're going to get that laboratory after our worker. The worker is very important right now. In fact, the scientific advisor recommends a worker over the lab. I do have a lot of food growth coming in from a lot of sources right now, which is good, but I will need a lot more. Great, so here comes the expedition, our first expedition. That will take us 5 turns to construct. Is this part of a quest? Cultural burden, perhaps? Doesn't even say so, but I suspect that's what it is. My suspicions. God, I want to grab that so badly, but I can't. So I'm just trying to scoot whatever borders I can. See, these guys are out here, and they can steal all of my treasures. All the treasures. Which I don't want them to do, of course. And I actually have a pretty large, sizable area for myself. I suspect that the computer will eventually try to surround me. I look at the size of this area. It's a giant peninsula. So I have tons of spots to expand here, which is always good. There's no problem in working with somebody just yet. Oh, we have a worm has arrived. So with the worm, the best way to beat him is actually by city volleying him. Just weird that that's an option, but it's true. You can't really melee him with these early melee units. You can't really melee him until you get to like a tier 4 unit, which kind of sucks. I will sell you my open border.
Hollow words.
So I have no use for your open borders. I'm getting all sorts of exploring done. Okay, first expedition. So was that a mission? Cultural burden? Nope, it was not. And worth noting, I'm waiting a retardedly high amount of time before I get one of the earliest techs in the game, which is pioneering. I'm waiting a long time. I want the city to have all the possibilities of expanding. So I have +4 culture or 1 energy and 3 culture. I'll go with the +4 culture. And this Labella is not going to actually survive very long. I'm very tempted to just go up and wipe it off the face of the earth. Like right now. So lab comes next. So we'll get that. I have no range units. Like rangers are really, really good for taking those out. And so are siege crafts, obviously. The reason why I don't want it there is because it is not going to be useful for me in the long term. There's just too many players in the game right now. They will, you know, eventually run out. So I'm going to heal up a little bit and see what I can do with that. 3 turns until I get genetics. That'll give me the health bonuses that are nice. Oh snap, another pod. That is awesome. And if you're wondering how you get your expedition modules, you have to go back into the city, pick them up. Simple as that.
You go.
Free culture, apparently. Okay, you'll stay there for now. I'll get out our second soldier. Just need something of a bulky army to start. Not even really bulky, but bulky for a start. Starts are usually pretty devoid of bulk as things go. I can't attack just yet, because attacking these places can give you diplomatic lashback, which is bad, very bad, especially if they're trading partners of the people. So there's that side of things, and I'm not playing too aggressive against these aliens, except for the worm, because the worm is worth quite a bit when you kill him. I think I should kill him this turn. There we go. So boom, science and culture done. And it's very easily earned on top of that. Okay, so if I get this one, it will reduce all future culture costs. So that's, I think, a pretty solid start. Now worth noting, there are these synergy bonuses. So if I get another 3 techs in one of these trees, I will gain another free virtue. So that's exactly what I'm going to do as an opener, as a start to this game. All the turns right now are so absolutely unimportant and short, but eventually they'll become monstrously long. I got 23 more turns until I can get genetic mapping, which is the fastest way to get a purity affinity. Alright. Them fortify for now. Make sure this guy's actually food focused. He's not. Look, another worm. Unfortunately, the worm quest is only for one time. So we're going to have food focus. So you have so many focuses you can go to. If there's production, I lose 1 food. Food focus, I keep my 3 food. But not actually a lot of production loss. Worth mentioning. And once I get this, I can go nuts with my explorers. I can take over every single one of these things I've discovered. There's one here, and there's one here somewhere. But that's in 23 turns. That's quite a bit down the road. That'll be like turn 50 that'll get it. And that's like almost a quarter of the game to get this start going for me. So there's that side of things. Oh, looks like my explorers are actually going to meet each other. Awkward. They're not supposed to meet each other. I've actually been goaded in the way that I explore because of aliens being pretty much everywhere. Look at the size of these canyons, dear lord. There's actually a wonder that can only be built next to a canyon, so that's, you know, kind of a wonky little thing. Oh, we have finally another player landing to the west of me, which means that this territory is not as open as I thought it would be. Alien nest discovered. Okay, now I can get the recycler. This will give me huge amounts of production. Because there's no point in me getting too much health just yet, because health is a resource that's really only needed if your population's expanding, and that's just not happening here. Whoa. Are these like alien lines that you see in those movies, like signs? Could be. Okay. About now I could actually use the ability to go on the sea, but once I get this talent, it won't matter which one I use. I might actually just kind of make my way back to where I know the expeditions are, so that when the time comes I can just very quickly jump and get that. Okay, so I'm going to heal him up, and then once he's healed, we'll attack Ali Bell. And right now it's only a tier 1 city, so it's actually pretty easy to destroy, but eventually it won't be that easy. Now there is actually a nice little talent that doesn't actually get to be used too often in the virtues, and it's Liberation Army. After conquering an enemy outpost, automatically found an outpost of your own in its place. You know, wonky little talent. It's too short of a use, unfortunately, but it is you know, a neat little talent. If anyone ever, cultural burden will fail. That's got to be a bug, right? What does cultural burden ask me? Well, can't build there. It's kind of being cryptic right now. Ah, secretly found in their pod. And another worm. How exciting. Okay, looks like we're ready to start this war. Now with melee it's a little bit rough, and like one of the problems is that with outposts is that once you declare war on them, there's no you know, going backwards. It's total end. There's no way back. So we're going to start this war. We're going to declare hostilities against them. And right now it is costly attacks. Once I get my 1 affinity, this will be doing a lot more damage. But this is an alternative to aliens for farming up veterancy values. So this is going to heal up, and then my guys will heal up, and then we can get them back.
By trade.
See if I can get them to give me 15 energy with that. Good. I am such a feisty broker. Oh, look, here's another one of these things, and there's actually no aliens around, so I can just take that one. So we'll heal these guys back up. And we're soon going to be in that position where I don't fear aliens anymore. I might actually get a third explorer, just because there's actually so many digs for me to dig at right now. I might just need one, because I actually need an explorer who's actually exploring. Weird concept. Who's looking for new digs, looking for pods and stuff like that. And then I need an explorer who's doing other things. So I do have to go into a tree eventually. I feel commerce will be a good tree for me. Or industry, sorry. Because that'll give me a decent amount of production and money, of course, to continue on pushing. And looks like I have discovered a route directly to Citadella. I don't have any naval-oriented ports here. No, port cities, I should say. So I can't actually, there's no point in me discovering the ocean around it just yet. But if I was in a naval city, I would discover the ocean around it. But right now, just a direct path is fine. There we go. And that's going to allow me to trade with them in the future. Alright. Geez, yeah, I think I might get an extra explorer. It might just work out for me. They're very valuable early on. They're very crappy later on. So it's kind of a trade-off. They're going to give me a lot of access to a lot of map data that I would otherwise be missing. Oh, I should have got the upgrade first. I feel so silly. Okay, well, here's the upgrade. I feel silly. Yeah, might as well get the attacking benefit. Okay, so now I've gotten 1, 2, 3 techs. Finally, I'm getting pioneering, which is, I wouldn't say late. Oh, I get a free affinity for my progenitor runes. How awesome is that? Okay. Free affinity into pure... No, that's wrong. Oh, that was so wrong. Anyway, you know what? You can actually use 2 levels of that, because later on there will be kind of a shortcut into getting a level upgrade by having 2 levels of one and then 10 levels of another. So I can still use this. This isn't... I'm not so far behind from this. It just really sucks to be me right now. That's such a huge mistake. I am so used to going ridiculous amounts of purity. Looks like I found Mandira. I don't have any naval abilities, so I don't actually have a way around there, unfortunately. Okay, this explorer will be going straight to here. Whoa, slow down, Tonto. Don't move all at once. No, seriously, like, you could move 1 step. It's fine. There we go. Okay, so I have no ability to actually go on the water just yet. So I'll continue using this guy to explore. I'm going to send him down south to this area here, this bulky area. It feels as though I'm on a continent, though. And I have 4 turns for Pioneer, and I don't really have anything that'll build then. But I can get a Cyto Nursery, because I can use that for the science, and I mean, eventually stacking up my my health. Sorry, my health will eventually be a thing that I'll have to do, so that's always good. And this Pioneer's not going to time for any particular population. You can see that I'm at 14 turns to hit tier 6 population here. So once this shows up, it's not going to be as timed as I would really hope to be. And where did I see the other one too? There was another one here somewhere. I wonder if the Golden Bell Tower... No, it's right here. Sorry. So you're going to fortify this guy, because it's actually in a cloud of smoke. And that's never good. But the Harmony will eventually fix that. Harmony allows you to heal up quite a bit. So now it's a safe tech with just 1 upgrade. Isn't that interesting? Basically lasers. And so much more health taken off of that. I can go this way for a little more exploration. There might be some pods up here, who knows? Like I said, it is kind of a trade. They do cost 1 gold per turn, and the kind of hope is that what you get out of it is much better than that. Beeline it right there, 6 turns for that one. Alright, and now we have our pioneering completing time? Yeah, it is. And I'm also going to grab the planetary survey just so I can allow my embarking, which is super, super valuable, by the way. And this is what I'm talking about with alien nests. Is now they're not by their alien nest. I could sneak my guy in here and take it while they're not on it. But right now they just jump back on it, so I can't. But you know, if they were, it's an easy way to get rid of alien nests, to get rid of those pests, and you don't have to be violent, which is the best part. I mean, a lot of people are like, must kill all aliens because it will give you science if you're in that particular tree, but in this case, like it's not necessary at all. These guys are actually healing back at different rates. Interesting. Also, by destroying this place here, I'm actually going to get myself a expedition site, which I can expedite and get another resource pile or something. Something awesome, I don't care. So let's expedite, which I'm hoping is the proper form of expedition. Yeah, let's go with the +1 electricity. What's the other option? Of course. Okay. So, 12 turns to build a colonist. Dear Lord, that's going to take a long time. I almost feel like getting one of these instead. But I can't. There's absolutely no way to make it work. So, we're going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to pump on to e-production, which is actually the exact same as not production. How magnificent is that? Could be a dead end. Looks like it might be a dead end. Probably a dead end. Yeah, looks like a dead end to me. Now over here I have these guys. They're not going to hit this in an even number of turns, so I'm going to stop him there for 1 turn, because if he shows up at the end of this turn, he'll take damage and won't get to do a turn. He'll take miasma damage, and he won't get to do an extra turn of expedition. It takes 10 turns to do an expedition, so I'm actually going to pull him back eventually. I'm probably going to have to develop that hill. No, we will not be going to war with the Lodi. Dear Lord, with my 2 soldiers. Okay, quickly get rid of that blackie over there. Which is the most racist possible way of saying fog of war, I guess. Okay, conquered. 40 energy, 40 science, definitely worth it. And apparently that also finished my science there. So now I'm going to go down and grab power systems. I'm going to try and go down... That's supremacy, sorry, I can't do that. Alien biology, that is such a crappy tree. In the least, I'll get ecology, so I can get this vivarium, which will allow me to produce green stuff. Actually, no, that is all wrong. That is so wrong. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Hail Mary. Right? This is going to take a lot of turns to get. But once I get it, I get early solar collectors. So, there's that. And in the meantime, I'll have some infrastructure to build. I'll be able to build up an army and all that good stuff. Never hurts to build up an army. Here's a new light replacement fort I just destroyed. Palantine. Now, there is another one here, Golden Bell Temple. I'm not going to destroy that because it's so close to Central. It's probably a Central trading partner. I'll be totally honest. 1 more turn for this expedition to be done. It's good news. This guy can go back. And this guy's actually going to sit on this rune and protect it from anyone else excavating it. A progenitor room. I didn't really read what it said there. I assume it's one more population. No. What is the progenitor room here? Okay. So building this mine makes a lot of sense in the context of what I'm doing. Because in the context of what I'm doing, I'm trying to get high production to build this colonist. So it won't make as big of a difference as I'd hope it to, but it will help. And this is a pretty big money build that I'm doing here. I'm going to have +1 energy from generators, of which I have none yet, by the way, but eventually I'll be forced into building generators, actually pretty soon. And I'll also be having lots of solar tiles. So this guy's basically done here. Let's get him on the ocean. And with this affinity bonus, I can actually not worry about dealing with any kind of sea creatures. Sea creatures! Yeah, those guys. These guys, actually, the sea dragons. See if I can snipe this. These things are usually worth a decent amount. See my quest decision. 1 production is the way to go. Yes. Not enough to boost up my Deuteronomy, but enough to help. Looks like I've discovered either an island or a archipelago, or archipelagos are islands, or what's the other one that it could possibly be? Once he moves, I take that from him. A peninsula. That's what I meant. A peninsula. Now I think I need... I can't remember the resource I actually need for the solar collectors. Oh look, it's a Santo Adriaco. What are you doing here? Yes, this one. And 1 more point into any one of these trees, and I am given a free virtue point, which is awesome. Free virtue points are awesome. The other benefits are not as measured great as you would hope, but they're still not bad. Oh, a little Sputnik. A little Sputnik here, crash satellite. That's something that I can excavate, and this is totally a immoral thing to do in the game. It's going to cause a huge tide. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. I actually have to pull him back early and let him heal up, and then I'll come back and take that again. But only 1 turn left. It's an unfortunate time. And here we go. Boom. Alien nest is mine. Give me your golds. Give me your golds. I've done this a lot, as you can tell by that achievement. It's a brilliant strategy as far as I'm concerned, because eventually these aliens are just going to fall apart, and other alien haters are going to end up pretty weak with alien-loving civilizations. Okay, so I'm going to put my generators here, because like I said, I will be needing money eventually. I can build aggressively over here right next to Seira and Cinderella. I don't think so, though. I think today I will be playing defensively and going over to this side here. Alright, here we go. See if I can snipe this. 5 turns. That is easily sniped, actually. So I'm going to need a trade depot. And I will have to worry about aliens, but that hopefully shouldn't last forever. With my trade, that is, not with other things. These guys only move 1 move a turn. God, these healing rates are brutal. He is so close to my capital. Like, there's no point in me killing him, because I gained nothing from killing him. The first time, I killed one because it was a quest and it gave me something. But in this particular case, not so much. Oh, apparently there's a crash site here for me to expedition as well. So there's lots of expeditioning targets all over the place, and ooh, an alien. One free soldier. His I'm gonna stick him actually in the city.
No village was ever ruined by trade.
Can I make that higher?
No wind blows death.
16? Yeah, I got one more bone off of you. That's good news. Okay. Now it's telling me to build another colonist, but I'm actually going to wait on my third colonist for a bit. Let's see. Cash invasion. Research towards alien ethics. That's not the greatest thing in the world, but it was something that I stole from him, so I am okay with it. Yeah, I'm totally fine with it. I'm going to heal this guy up, because I don't want him running through miasma randomly. Sorry, we totally didn't mean to do that. It's a lie. We totally did. This guy should have enough health to actually finish this. More than enough. He only needs one more turn on this expedition. Oh snap, I gotta bring this guy back to get another part because there's actually another expedition over here. So yeah, like, should be, oh, apparently done now. And there's another population in Krabrost. There's so many freaking aliens just on my border right now. I could not have liked the fact that I stole their nest from them. I denestitized them. Okay, I gotta bring this guy to get in their module as well because we have minimum 2 things now for me to do here. Oh, sugar Nazis. This was set to production. It's supposed to be set to food. That would explain why I'm building things so fast. A pod! That is such a great luck that I hit that. So 3 explorers are working out pretty well, actually. I'm taking giant stakes to the map right now. So this is in response to this over here, which I was kind of worried about. But you can always take 1 excavation from every single player on the map. That's fine. Maybe you'll gain something neat. Who knows? And the way I'm playing right now, there's no real need for me to engage these aliens. They are on my borders. They are running through my borders, but I have no reason to care. Oh, solar collector. Awesome. Those are actually really awesome. So solar collectors, we'll go into the view here, will allow me to get extra money. And in this case, the solar collector is what I'm actually leveraging towards. So I'll deploy that right away. I wouldn't deploy it right away if my city wasn't 6. The fact that it's 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, means that I get maximum benefit from all these tiles. And since I launched that, I get a free tech. Now, I could just get it out of the way and do organics, but no, I'm going to go for another tech that's pretty far down the line. I'm going to go for cognition. That's going to give me the academy and the ground academy. Those will give me access to a lot of great early science builds. Unfortunately, the only thing I can build right now is actually the gene vault, and I think I'll probably actually go for that. So there's that. That was a pretty awesome free science. I've never had a free science that was that powerful. And it's given me a lot of awesome free money. I have so many expeditions to do right now. And this guy's off exploring. This one here is a quest one. And this one here is not, but it's so far away nobody else will get it. And then this one is one that I stole, or I destroyed to get to. So I have 3 left. I have 3 explorers. See if I can find any other secret treasures along here. I also want to use my explorers to reveal the map, because that will be useful for trading later on. The more map revealed, you have to basically reveal the path that your trader goes down. So in this case, I can clearly trade to Sera, Mandira, Cittadella, but I can't get to Santo Adriado because I haven't quite gotten the path for that figured out yet. But I will relatively soon. Just de-blacking that screen, which is once again the most racist way of saying fog of war. Anyways, I think I'll be ending here on turn 79, so this is a wicked long playthrough on my part, and maybe I'll continue with this kind of length and playstyle. Until then, my name is Trollmaker. Thank you guys for watching.